Welcome back, everybody. You know, you had seen our previous video of this nice pre-CBS refinished, price point, price brought down for you, pre-CBS all original Jaguar. And we're going through one of these Tamura modded TS-808s. The 808, the Ibanez Tube Screamer, is the most copied pedal in the world. And the original ones, especially with this round foot switch, these can go for $1,200. They're highly desirable and highly coveted. What these were built by a guy that worked for Ibanez, Tamura, and he's back and he's buying these up and rebuilding them. He autographs the bottom of them. They're true bypass, and they are exacting copies of the originals, and they are $399 and really cool. We've got the TS9s and the 808s. But the Carr Rambler is what I'm here to talk to you about today. The Carr Rambler is really a gigging man's amp. It's very pedal friendly. The Carr Rambler starts out at 26 watts, but it is two 5881s. Those of you that are tube geeks like I am, the 5881 is the military upgrade for the 6L6. So it's the same tubes as a early 60s, late 50s Fender. They always use the military grade 6L6s, the 5881s. And except in this instance, this is Class A. So they're, instead of Class AB, where it's like a teeter-totter with the tubes, Class A has both of those tubes on, runs them a little hotter. You get that nice, warm tube sound. Now, it comes with reverb and tremolo, and the reverb is lush. And of course, tremolo, which is all foot switchable. It comes with a foot switch. Dang, that's fun. So, 28 watts, and it has a pentode triode switch. There are five little pointy things in a tube, and you can cut two of those out and cut the power of the tube. So it goes in pentode mode, it's all the tube. In triode mode, it cuts down in half. It's 13 watts instead of 16 watts. So you get something that's a little more usable in most rooms. The front end was built for pedals. This is a very pedal-friendly amplifier. See these four screws? The baffle board that the speaker sits on is screwed on, not glued into place. Late 70s Fender amplifiers are glued in. Early pre-CBS Fender amplifiers are screwed in on purpose. It's called a floating baffle, and as the speaker moves in and out, it doesn't get resistance from the baffle board, and the baffle board actually moves, floats. So a floating baffle board. The cabinet is made of pine, and we've talked about this before, but it's a pine cabinet, not unlike spruce, like your acoustic guitar. That allows it to, A, it's lighter weight, that's good, and B, it resonates just like the speaker does. The cabinet actually resonates, and that means your drummer can hear. That means there's a bit of backwash. That means you get a better sound out of the amplifier. It's more expensive than plywood, but it's what people will use. And then it's a single volume treble middle control. So those of you geeks that know, the deluxe reverb has no middle control. You had to go up the line in Fender. This is kind of a copy of a Fender Deluxe, except for that Class A. And now I'm down in the half power. Here's full power. You'd probably prefer that if you could, but cutting it to half power, if you're gigging out there, is nice. Middle control up. Middle control down. No overdrive. More treble, more bass, more mid. Scooped mids, typical Fender sound. Enhanced mids give you more overdrive. So, the Carr Rambler, handmade, bulletproof construction. We advise you don't throw it down a set of stairs, but if you do, it will likely survive. It's that kind of amp where you just go out, if you're kind of tired of all the reissues and the printed circuit boards and amps made in China blowing up on you every 15 minutes, you might consider one of the Carr amplifiers. And this, which is more of a Fender sounding amp, is really bulletproof construction, half power switch, middle control, Class A, reverb and tremolo, both foot switchable. You've got a standby control so you can go sit down in between sets and have a nice cocktail and then come back, flick it on, and you are ready to go. And this, my friends, is just a great amplifier. I'm going to flatten it all out. Treble, middle bass, just a touch of reverb.